Well, I wanted to give you an update too, shifting our eyes to Virginia. Because yesterday, I don't know if you saw some of this, but this was going around quite a bit yesterday. There were some demonstrations from students who were walking out of their schools. And there's NBC Washington has some, and Associated Press, they said crowds of students were walking out of Northern Virginia schools yesterday protesting Governor Glenn Youngkin's restrictions on what they say are transgender students' rights. And the policies require parental sign-off if they're going to change their pronouns other than what is in their record. And you're talking about minor students here. They say participation in certain school programming and use of school facilities, according to these restrictions, would be based on a student's biological sex. Modifications offered only to the extent required under federal law. So the students were walking out and protesting this, and the media was covering it. Well, this is what's interesting. Daily Caller comes in with this story. The student group that staged the walkouts over Virginia's transgender guidance, they've pushed other things, pro-abortion, anti-gun stuff, all funded by Democrats. It's all coordinated, which I know you're not surprised. This reminds me of what happened in Parkland. I'm very close with some of the families who lost their loved ones, lost their children in Parkland. And they were saying they couldn't hardly process it because they were dealing with the grief. But the night of, they had these people coming in who were trying to organize and recruit the night of. And I'm not surprised at all. They said it's an alleged student-run group that organized all of it. But the Daily Caller was looking into it. And what they discovered was that there's definitely an association between one of the larger groups, Pride Liberation Project, which was not created by students. It was a donated website by Z2B Media, which is owned by an anti-Israeli activist who advocates for Pride Liberation Project. Now, Daily Caller was reaching out to that individual. That individual did not respond, but they noted the leftist organization through that group to get all of these student groups at all of these schools together to walk out. And as Kane notes, I mean, kids, and I put this in the email prep, kids are going to walk out for any, you give a kid will walk out for a reason to skip school. Right. But one of the things that was stated, Nikki Niley, the founder and president of the Concerned Parent Organization, Parents Defending Education, which, sidebar, I've had a number of their members on the show. They are led by Democrat moms who are standing against this. So let's not get it twisted. Neely said that the walkouts were being framed as student-led, but she says, quote, the level of behind-the-scenes coordination by professional political operatives is breathtaking. Parents should be indignant that their children are being manipulated and weaponized by activists, especially at a time when recently released statistics show the depth of learning loss incurred by students. And she's right. And you know the reason why they're organizing students to do this? Because parents are really hard to fight. It is really hard for an operative to counter any message from a concerned mom, dad, or grandparent. Really hard. So they default to the only thing that they know how to do, use the kids as shields.